Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You like that? You really like that? Let's shut up and grab some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, it's Monday morning over here. It is, what do you call this? Christmas Eve over here. It is the eve of Christmas Eve here in Mom's studio, or in Mom's basement, I should say, and we're about to break out a good little couple of film studies for you guys. I'm shooting for 3 film studies to be recorded today, Jonathan.
Would that be a record?
Yeah, that would be a record. If we go 3 hours in front of a camera, that means we spent 9 hours on the tape last night. All right, and I did. I spent about 4 hours on Notre Dame last night watching offense and defense, and I got to tell you, I've spent about 6 or 7 collective hours watching this football team at this point this year, and it's all been in the last 2 weeks. I spent all year kind of shitting on them for that Northern Illinois loss, right, Jonathan? Yeah. I spent all year telling you, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it in the playoff. I don't think you're a good football team. It's because I didn't watch them. I wasn't going to be out here watching them beat the shit out of Purdue. I definitely wasn't going to watch them beat the shit out of Virginia. I definitely wasn't going to watch them beat the shit out of a bad Florida State football team. So here I am, watching Notre Dame football for the first time all year in the last 2 weeks, and I think I done fell in love. I didn't fall in love, but I definitely fell in like. What have I always said around here, Jonathan? I am a fan of what?
Good football.
I am a fan of good football. I am a fan of good football. And good football comes in a multitude of ways. But really, what does it boil down to? When I watch you on tape, are you well coached? Are you big, fast, and physical? All right, do you not do stupid shit? Does everything you do make sense? That is Notre Dame to a T, okay? They fit into the category of well-coached, good football team. They fit into a category of a football team I like watching. Indiana, not so much. I was going into this one expecting like, all right, Notre Dame fit to put the strippity straps on them, Jonathan. Notre Dame defense fit to put the clamps on Indiana. I knew it was going to happen. I knew they were going to play man coverage across the board. It's what I showed you on film study last week. To my disdain, no man beaters. I ain't see a damn one man beater in this football game from Kirk Cignetti. Not a mesh route, not a mesh return, not a double move. No, nothing. Didn't try to help his football team out at all, in my opinion. Was really disappointed with the game plan from Cignetti and this Indiana coaching staff. If you know the opponent is going to play nothing but man coverage, we've got to attack that. And we can't attack that with saying, all right, they're playing man coverage. Let's run a shitload of slants and back shoulder fades today. That's asking our guys to win on a down-to-down basis against guys that are a little bit better than them. We as a coordinating staff have got to do a good job of getting rubs, of getting meshes, of getting switches, of creating bunches, right? We've got to do a much better job of giving our guys opportunities to win. George is going to be tasked with the same exact thing because I think this Notre Dame team can cover you, Georgia fans, just as well as we're about to watch them cover Indiana. All right, so you as a coordinator have got to design winners for your football team. All right, got a saying around here. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. I don't know if you noticed, Jonathan, but I got a very unique energy around here. I got a very unique energy today. And you know what that is?
What's that?
That's off week energy. We had off week last week. We had some downtime, had a couple days off. I got to sit in my basement down here, watch football, and just consume it like every other red-blooded American. So you know what happens on Monday? I get ready to rock. So here we go. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, rate, review. I forgot to say the rules. If you are new around here and if you learn anything about football, you must subscribe. If you are new around here and you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you're new around here and you have just an inkling of fun, you must subscribe. So go ahead and get it. Race us to that 50,000 subscription button. Now, Jonathan, here's what, and everybody at home, here's what you need to know about this football team. Until you can show them that they can't cover you, you gonna get heavy boxes. That's what you're gonna get, all right? So they have 6 guys in the box right now. Does Notre Dame? We can see those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But number 0, because they can play true cover 1 for majority of the snaps, one of those safeties, one of those nickels, one of those additives, right, is going to be bringing themselves to the box. So we're almost always going to have to count for 6 or 7 rather. We're going to have to count for 7 in the run game because they're going to go out there and play cover 1. That's what they're going to do, okay? Indiana should have known it from jump that this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a very, very downhill, aggressive box play, okay? Anybody who is not responsible for man-to-man coverage is going to be hunting, all right? And guess what? That includes the pass protection department too, right? All right, if they can play cover 1, that means they're going to send 5, maybe 6 every single snap. All right, so we've got to be ready for that as an offensive line and as general box players. I did not think 44 was ready for this smoke today. I did not think 19, one of their other H-back additives into the box, was ready for this smoke today. You've got to be ready for all of these guys to come hunting downhill, okay, hunting downhill. And you're going to see, Jonathan, they're going to be stunting, slanting, rapping. They're going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff early to start this football game. Why? Because of what we saw, at least in my opinion, on Indiana's tape. Very questionable lateral mobility on these offensive linemen. They're really good with their first 2 steps, but after that, they really, really struggle. So what's the best way to test lateral mobility of offensive linemen? Let's start slanting. Let's start stunting. Now, what you're going to see in this game, guys, you're going to see a bunch of plays that look like this, a bunch of negatives, all right? And then if you look at that box score, you can find some of those plays where Indiana's run game might have looked successful. What you're seeing is gashes and negatives, all right? A couple of negatives in a row, and then they're going to get hit with a gash because one of these stunts gets messed up, right? One of these stunts, one of these offensive linemen pushes this defensive tackle way too far inside, and now all of a sudden we've got a crease, and we hit you for 12, 13 yards, all right? That's the style of defense that they chose to play in this football game. We are going to live and die by the fact that we are more than likely going to put you in negatives on run plays with stunts more often than you are going to gash us. And that's exactly what happened in this football game. Okay, there's one of those negatives. All right, and now all of a sudden, look, it's 2nd and 13, all right, on the second play of the game. All right. Now, 2nd and 13, a very obvious passing down, right, Jonathan? So now, look, they're going to do it again. They're going to walk 6 guys into the box, and you're going to have to at least account in your protection plan for those 6 players. Now, why are they able to do that? Well, they're able to do that because they can sit there and they can line up in a straight cover 1 look. All right, now, this cover 1 look's going to turn into 2 droppers. They're going to drop both defensive ends. They're going to plug both middle linebackers, and they're going to rush 4 from B-gap to B-gap right here, guys. B-gap to B-gap, drop the 2 defensive ends, and still play that cover 1 behind it. All right? This is what I'm talking about. This was the game plan. No, all right, hey, they're running man coverage. So what if we did this, coach? What if we ran like one of those? And then I love the way, who was it? Who Georgia played in the SEC? I love the way Texas against man coverage against Georgia ran that little out and back in against man coverage. So now we're going to take this corner and we're going to make him think he's fighting over the top of an out and up, right? And then we're going to whip him back inside. No, none of that. Now, here's what they're going to do. They're just going to run down the sideline and throw a back shoulder ball here on 3rd and 13. Okay, all week we had 10 days. I think it was 10 days. Yeah. We had 10 days from Selection Sunday, knowing that Notre Dame is guaranteed to show up and play man-to-man defense. We had the whole entire week to decide what kind of man beaters were we going to get, and the whole game plan is my guys are better than your guys. That's a bad game plan when you're Indiana, baby. It's a bad game plan when you're Indiana playing Notre Dame. Like, you might watch this and go, hey, the curl's right there. All right, but it's 2nd and 13. Mm-hmm. He's taking shots. All right, now it's 3rd and 13. I think, is this an RPO? There was a couple of times in this football game where my man's calling, my man's calling RPOs on 3rd and 13. Now, RPOs sometimes hit for 75 yards when all hell breaks loose defensively and we're running into space, but I don't know how many times we're calling RPOs on 3rd and 13. I don't necessarily love that, especially when the RPO is a 6-yard, 3-step slant. That sound like a good idea to you?
No.
It don't sound like a good idea to me. All right, so here we go. Downsell Hut, here's the plan. The plan is, hey, buddy, can you get 1 yard of separation right there? All right, not only that, can you get 1 yard of separation? A quarterback on 3rd and 13, guys in your face, hands up. Can we throw a ball into a very tight window and get it completed? All right, so we got the 1 yard of separation off bump and run. All right, we got the tight window throw. Now we're asking our football player, hey, can you run away from that corner who's on your feet? And then also, by the way, can you run away from that safety? And also, by the way, we have another safety from the front side. Can you do all of those things? No, you probably can't, okay? So we don't get it completed. Even if we did, we're punting the football to start the football game. This is just very confusing to me how, again, 2nd and 13, obvious passing down. We know we're going to get man coverage. 2 weeks ago when we drew the matchup, we have no man winner. Our man winner is go beat the man. And then on 3rd and 13 to start the football game, we have no 3rd and long call ready for these guys. Nothing. We call an RPO slant, a 6-yard route on 3rd and 13. I don't love that. I don't love that at all. Especially, and this has to be said, and I don't like doing this, but this has to be said. This is the football coach. Now, I don't know if he's a play caller. He may be the OC. I don't think he's the OC. He has an OC, but I don't think he's a play caller. But this is the head coach who stood on game day 4 hours before this performance talking all kind of crazy. And this was the plan that we had. I don't think I would have been talking so crazy, Jonathan, if this was my plan. If my plan were my guys are better than Notre Dame's today, and I'm the Indiana head football coach, I wouldn't have been talking so crazy. We don't necessarily need to watch the replay of that, but you can see, I mean, there's no window. You know what I'm saying? Like, 3rd and 13. Stunts gave them hell early, Jonathan. These stunts from Notre Dame gave this Indiana offensive line hell. I believe the left guard gets called for a choke slam right here. Left tackle. Yeah, left tackle gets called with a choke slam right here on this defensive end. This is big number 99. Jonathan, will you check the injury status of number 99? This is a big-time football player for them. I think he's one of their better interior defensive players, especially with Howard Cross having been out towards the end of this regular season. He played with a damn cast on his foot in this football game. Big 56. He played pretty well. I don't know. Are they going to line up and stunt against Georgia? Maybe. I can't quite remember. I can't put the picture or the mental images on my brain right now, Jonathan. They didn't seem to be a very stunt-heavy football team against USC. When we watched that film, I felt like they kind of lined up and played football. Now, this is a much different game plan right here from Notre Dame.
Freeman said on 99, there's optimism. I won't get into details on what they told me, but it sounds like it's not season ending. We just got to get him ready here in the next 10 to 11 days.
Okay. So in a couple of plays, that's good news on 99. Notre Dame certainly needs him. Good news for Indiana. In a couple of plays, they're going to start figuring out, okay, we need to be a little less aggressive off our first 2 or 3 steps on inside zone. We need to learn, hey, where are they going first? Let's catch them, take them where they're going. They're going to start driving these guys out and creating creases, but the inside linebackers from Notre Dame run a little bit too hard. Now, this guy right here, 24. I think he's a great football player. I think all of these inside linebackers are great football players. I think these safeties are great football players. I think as offensive players, we've got to use their intellect and we've got to use their aggressiveness against them. Watch this linebacker jump a gap right here. He's trying to trace the back, okay? He's got his eyes on the back. He's trying to trace him. He's going to see the back take 1 step to his right, and you're going to see him jump a full 2 gaps over, okay? How much can we make him over pursue? And you're going to see it here in a second on another clip where 24 jumps a gap, makes an insane play. But how many times can we get that guy to make the wrong move? I worry about this for Georgia's guards, okay? If 99 is indeed healthy, I worry about this for their centers as well. Dylan Fairchild isn't a 36-inch arm guy. He's not super long, all right? Neither is Tate Ratledge. Tate Ratledge is a little bit longer, all right? But he's 6'6" with a 6'4" man's arm length, all right? Same thing for Jared Wilson. If these guys were super long, they'd have stayed at tackle like they were playing in high school, right? Okay, but they didn't. They moved inside. This number 99, long as shit, okay? He's as long as Jonathan. Put us in one, Jonathan. All right, so we're going to have a very, very football discussion here. Come on, stand up. All right, so Jonathan's got really long arms. He's got much longer arms than I do. Put your arms on me, Jonathan. Okay, he can touch me from a further distance than I can touch him. No different than 99 is going to have on every single offensive lineman from Georgia. So how do we counteract that? First and foremost, we're not going to let him touch us, okay? We're definitely not going to let him get hands-on, but we're going to get hands-on first. We're going to get our hands in his chest, and we're going to remain there the entire time. Most of the time, we want to do this, right? We want to lock out, get our chest out, roll our hips. Not against this guy. Against this guy, we're going to play it in the quarters. We're going to play right here in the chest, okay? We're not going to let this guy lock out. If that guy locks out, we're in deep shit. Okay, because we got nothing. We got T-Rex arms on this dude, okay? So we're not going to let him lock out like he does right here. Watch it, boom. Okay, we're not going to let that shit happen. Right here on the inside, we are not going to let that happen. We cannot let this guy lock us out. If he does, he's going to shed us, just like this. Watch, whoop, shed, tackle. Okay, watch it from the tight. We cannot avoid getting into this dude's chest plate. If we don't get into this dude's chest plate, he's going to beat us, okay? He's going to beat us, all right? So there it is. They're both in the chest plate. Now, the mistake is allowing that sumbitch to lock out. We got to hold that chest plate, bring him in tight, and play it in close, okay? We cannot do that right there. The moment we're done. We're so screwed. Everybody sees, class, how his hands are in our chest, and we are officially being jacked the F up. We all see that? All right, we got to avoid that. We got to get in that chest plate, stay in that chest plate. Cannot allow him to lock out. All right, now I told you, 24 is pretty damn good. This inside linebacker, I like him a lot. There's a play later. Well, I've been begging for people to run up under the deep over all damn year, didn't I? First interception of the football game, 24 does it like, just perfect. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at this. All right, watch 24, guys. The inside linebacker, I think he's influenceable. Okay, and here's what I mean by that. If we sell him a gap first, right? Boom. All right, we're selling him. We got to sell him a gap first. We're going to start over there. We got to sell him a gap first, right? So we're selling him B gap right here. Watch this as a running back. We are selling him full force with our eyes and everything, B gap right now. 24 is going to jump like hell. All right, now as 24 jumps, I want y'all to watch this crease that happens right here. Okay, right here. Watch this. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. 24 is jumping a gap, and there's the crease. We all see this? Okay, boom, there it is. Now, now this is something I thought Georgia was just tremendous at when Dale McGee was the running backs coach. They paced linebackers so damn well as running backs because they could trust their offensive line to handle the down linemen, right? So we can keep our eyes on that second level of defenders. If we feel that inside linebacker is what I call outpacing us, meaning he is running to the read faster than we are. He is outpacing us. He is already on our front side of the ball, right? They tell these defenders to chase the near hip all the time, right, Jonathan? He's outpaced us. Foot in the ground, stick it, let's go. Backside right now. We got to find the backside hole because the free defender, he's flowing front side way faster than we are chasing the hole, okay? He's influenceable. All these guys are. I thought Indiana did a terrible job of taking advantage of the aggressiveness with which Notre Dame's second and third level defenders were playing. These guys right here and here were playing this way the whole entire football game. They were allowed to. Indiana never threatened them, never tested their eye discipline, never did anything to create problems. Now, here's the thing about this football team, Jonathan. I've been telling you, they got the strippity straps, right? This team can cover just about anybody. This is the second and third best corner they have on their roster. The best corner, the preseason All-American got hurt earlier in the year, okay? So this is corners 2 and 3, and they strap, all right? They're going to get in your face, and they're going to play some good defense. Now, this dude down here for Indiana, this Surratt guy, His older brother is an NFL football player. His older brother is an NFL football player. He gonna be an NFL football player. I feel like I've been watching Surratt's for like 9 years in college football. Most of them been playing for North Carolina. He's at Indiana. This dude's an NFL football player. He can win high points, all right? Is there a guy on Georgia's roster that can do this? I don't know. Maybe you don't have to because you can design winners. Indiana's not doing it. This is Indiana's design winner. My guy better than your guy. Now, I was really, really shocked he didn't get a PI here, Jonathan. This is such a vet move by Christian Gray right here. Now, watch him. He's got one hand on while looking back at the ball, right? Now, he's going to realize the ball's in the air, and you're going to see him use that one hand on as almost like a what do you call it? Slingshot. Slingshot engaged. Watch this. Slingshot engaged. Then he's going to get right back on his back hip with the ball, back on the ball as he spins his head back around. I thought that was excellent technique. Maybe a PI doesn't get called. Ball's caught anyways. Can you win those balls? You're going to have to win 50-50 footballs on Saturday, particularly on 3rd and long like what they got going on right here. Okay, if you get into these 3rd and 13s, there's not many play calls against a man team like this for 3rd and a zip code, right? There's not many play calls for them. We either got to design a run after the catch winner or we have to design a route beyond the sticks that doesn't take 3.5 seconds to develop, right? Because we know they're going to pressure us, okay? And we got to get the ball out quickly. So how many routes are available in those situations? Not a ton. All right, red zone possession. I believe this is the interception. This is just, man. All right, I expect in this football game for Georgia, I expect points to be at a premium. So if I'm an offensive coordinator in this game or the first time starting quarterback and gunner against this defense, I'm probably not getting too aggressive in this area, to be honest with you. I'm gonna tell my guys all week, guys, inside the 15s, I'm looking at that offensive line, I'm gonna say it's on y'all. We are going to run that damn ball in, and we are not going to put the ball at risk. We're going to settle for field goals if we have to. I'm not going to tell my players we're settling for field goals, but I'm definitely telling my staff. If I'm Kirby Smart, I'm looking at Mike Bobo, and I'm going to say, hey, no cute shit down in the box, okay? No cute shit down in the red zone. When we're down there, we're definitely getting 3, or we're running the ball in for 7, period, point blank, all right? Because I think this is a 21-17 affair. Do you think it's a 35-34 football game, Jonathan?
No. I
don't think so either. Okay, you sitting at home, you don't think so. Points are at a premium. Okay, we cannot do this shit down here in the red zone. Now, McElroy called in the game, Jonathan. He loved the sit down here on the bottom from the tight end. Okay, and that's cute. And they're still playing a bunch of man coverage. But here's what I love. This is how, I told you I'm a fan of good football, right? Watch this. Now, this is a first-year starter. This number 15, he's had to come in as their true dog at corner, got hurt, right? So this safety's going to walk down here, and he gonna yap in his ear. Now, why would he be yapping in his ear? Well, we are in the green zone, all right? It's the first time they're in positive territory, and their best player, Surratt, is now suddenly in the slot. Now, why would he be in the slot? Well, they're probably trying to take a shot with him, right? They're probably trying to do something with him. What are they trying to do? They're trying to step on your toes and run a fade, all right, while running the hitch right here from number 1. It's a pseudo smash concept. All right, we're just trying to work to this area of the field while occupying this area of the field, right? So watch what this safety does. This is a dude who watches a shitload of tape. It's the only reason he's able to do this. He's going to walk down to this nickel, tell him the concept that he's about to get. Hey, he's alert, whatever his communication is. He's about to tell that corner, not only are you getting something hot, are you getting something towards the goal line, but I'm going to help you out by sitting over the top of it as well. Okay, so he's sitting over the top of that field fade that they're trying to run here in the green zone. My estimation, my guess, probably because he saw it a shitload of times on tape, that's a smart football player. All right, it's a really smart football player. And so, yeah, Curtis Schwartz comes off of Surratt because in his mind, we've never thrown this tight end hitch all year, have we? We haven't done this tight end hitch all year. Every time we get down here, they get in a bump and run. They want to let that nickel run with our best football player head top right now. Not Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to sit 2 guys on it. Now we're forced to come down to our secondary read. So now let's go to the inside linebacker. Jonathan, I've been begging and pleading, Lord, please get us to 100,000 subscribers. And please, Lord God, will you let an inside linebacker chase and run a deep over? Please, Lord. Well, here we go. I don't know why I held a microphone praying to Jesus, but that's what I did. Here we go. Oh, my God. 24, you did it. 24, you did it. Oh, he peeked the route, didn't he, Jonathan? Just went to, oh, there he was. Oh, there he was. Now, here's the funny thing. When I see a deep over running, I know it's a deep over running. You know what I mean? If I'm an inside linebacker and I look to my left and I see a guy running dead at me, just head down, running straight across the field, some bitch, he ain't sitting it down. He running, right? He's running. So what am I going to do? I'm going to run with him. I'm going to get right up underneath him. I'm going to trace him. I'm going to keep my eyes on the ball, and I'm going to go try to make a play on the football. Now, did he make this interception? No. But did he make this interception?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I've been praying to the football gods above. Please, Lord, deliver me a linebacker that plays with some damn instincts. That is one right there. My God. Now, I figured, so my question after play number 7, I wrote it down. I didn't tell y'all. We were play number 9. My question to Indiana, and I asked these things while I'm taking the notes live to see how long it gets to, how long it takes for the coach to get to the answer that I'm looking for. My question in play 7 was, when will Indiana get into some type of bunch? Right? You get into all these 2x2 spread duo formations. They're just going to play man coverage, and you're not mixing. You're not causing any rubs. You're not forcing any communication. You're not doing anything to make it difficult. You're just playing one-on-one football. That's not good enough. All right. So my question was, when were you going to get into bunch? So here they are. They're in bunch. And guess what? Notre Dame, with the huevos of a really, really, big balls, playing man coverage against it anyways. They're going to walk out here and say, screw it. Whatever. We're going to run with you. We're going to ask these corners, okay, if you run mesh return right now, that's fine. We're just going to run it down. We're going to take these guys and we're going to run against leverage and all that mess, and we're just going to do it, which makes me wonder, hey, Indiana, where's it at? Why aren't we running it? Because I watched USC run mesh return for damn 200 yards last week, didn't we, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. We watched them hit guys right here in the flat or right here as they run this little mesh. All right, hit this guy right here, and he's running down the sideline for days because this corner's got to run against his leverage. I watched 45 snaps of this. Do you think I saw it at all, Jonathan?
No.
No. The answer is no. I saw none of it. It's just weird. Now, he here in a second, Jonathan, he could be working his ass off in the run game against this man team to get favorable counts. Like this right here. He's trying his ass off, but we're not coaching our ass off. That's my problem here. All right, now, all we're trying to do as we go inside here with the number 1 and number 2 wide receivers, we're trying to take the defenders that are manned up with them, bring them inside while down blocking on additional hats, right? So we're going to take this linebacker or this tight end. We're going to run him for the front side inside linebacker. We're going to take this wide receiver. We're going to run him for that walk down nickel. Now, we're going to double team all the way back to number 4. With these guys, we're going to pull the backside guard for this front side end, which should leave the running back with who, Jonathan? It should leave the running back one-on-one with the corner. Now, here's the problem. Putting this in, knowing I'm trying to attack the corner, watch how the play works out and tell me that's not the purpose. The purpose to me is to block this guy, down block on these 2 guys. The free hat's going to be the corner right here, right? That's the purpose of the play. Now, my question would be, if that's the purpose of the play, why are we teaching our guard to kick out the defensive end instead of teaching the guard to wrap the defensive end? Okay, those are kick steps. We see that, right? Look at the right guard. He is 100% bringing intentions to kick this guy out this way, right? Now, what's a log technique for those at home? I don't know why they call it a log. Maybe it's because when we draw it on film, it looks like half of a log. But we're trying to get deep and around and on the upfield shoulder. Why? So we can bounce this as a running back. The whole play should be intended to log technique that guy, and we're out here trying to kick it, and I don't know. I don't know why we coached it this way. I don't know why, having seen what we're seeing right now on tape, why we didn't come back to this coaching it the right way. Okay, I don't think they came back to this, but we got 9-10 yards right here if we really want to coach it up. All right, we come to the sideline, we say, hey, we got to log that guy. We got to get around him, push it, automatic bounce it, get outside, let's go. As I messed that up. Automatic bounce it, get outside, let's go. All right? I just spent 5 minutes coaching up an Indiana play when you guys are curious about Notre Dame defense. That's on me. Now, when you're a slanter, when you guys are a slanting defense, which again, I don't know if they're going to do this against Georgia. I don't, because they've been kind of touch and go off our defensively with the game plan so far this year. If you're going to be a slant football team, you're going to give up gashes. There's just no doubt about it. At points in time, you're going to give up, 12, 15 yards. The key for Notre Dame all year, or at least in most of these run performances, is they've been able to get these guys on the ground. They're not going to allow these to be 70-yarders, okay? Right? We see that. We see Howard Cross right here, big defensive tackle trying to stun out. We're bringing a linebacker in here. We're crossing the backers here. We're doing a lot of work right here, right? We're doing a lot of crazy stuff right here defensively. All it takes is one displacement. All it takes is one displacement, okay, from Howard Cross, and now all of a sudden we've got grass, right? What they're great about, though, is making sure, like I said, these aren't 60-yard gains. All right, I told you we're going to see him get into his bag a little bit in the run game, okay, with regards to motion and counts, okay? But where's the help in the passing department, right? Where's the help in the passing department? We're out here motioning guys across, okay? I think it must have looked better from the tight. Why did I think this motion played such a role in this run count? Oh, I know why. The safeties are responding, okay? Now he's manned up with this guy. The safeties are responding to this H-back. As the H post-snap jets across, it's going to cause the same exact rotation that they just got pre-snap. Watch this, okay? The nickel's going to roll back to the safety, or the corner's going to roll back to the safety. Safety's going to roll down. Now, on the snap, he's pointing right now. You see him, see zero pointing away. If he goes away, we've got to transition again. He goes away, so they transition again. So we're seeing this motion post-snap, and what does it do? It takes the free hat right here, which is number 0, and it runs him away pre-snap. So we gotta have that 3 back steps, right? Instead of being down here at the line of scrimmage, making this play, we've got an opportunity to actually make that guy miss, and we don't as a running back. Bro, you can't stick your foot in the ground and get this way. You know what I mean? That's what the greats do. If you don't know until you watch them. You have no idea how much yardage is available until you watch a great back. Okay, that's why I'm excited to watch Genty at some point before they play Jonathan because I want to see what maximization of the yardage looks like. Dylan Sampson does this when he's healthy. Making me out here look like an idiot on Paul Feinbaum, Josh Heupel, because you want to keep everything in the house. Idiot. All right. Catch the football first and foremost. Now, I'm not smart enough to figure this out. I haven't watched these guys all 15 games, all 14 games, how many they play. I haven't watched these guys enough. But if I were a defensive analyst at Georgia, I sure as shit would go figure it out. Why and how did we get cover 3? Watch this. They get zone coverage for the first time all game. It's play 12. So what did we do here to force this cover 3 look, right? Butt to the sideline, split safeties. Okay, what did we do to create this soft shell zone look? Because we damn sure aren't beating man coverage today, right? Not yet. We haven't consistently been able to win. So what did we do to create this? And oh, by the way, how can we get back into it and catch the damn ball the next time, right? How can we get back into it and catch the damn ball the next time? We don't need to watch it from the tight. 34 outpaces the back right here. Okay, we talked about this with 24 a little bit earlier. 34 is much more likely to be a culprit of over chasing the back. Okay, look how far ahead of that back he is right now. That's what we're calling overrunning the back right here. We are. And not only that, the backside inside linebacker, if we're going to pick a side, it better be play side. We better not be picking backside if we're going to pick a side. Well, what do I mean by that? Downset Hut, we cannot pick a side on the backside. All right, we're getting stretched this way. We cannot do that. We're not going to run that running back down, not in college football. We might be able to do that in high school football, but we got to run through his face. We got to select the side that the ball's going to, or else we're going to create this, right? Because we can't banana peel and get back. Now all of a sudden we've got a massive crease also because of the front side inside linebacker over pursuing it, right? Over pursuing it. Look how far he's overran this. We're going to get stuck in the ground and work back north. How many times I know Trevor is going to get him, Jonathan. Trevor's going to overset these inside linebackers so much, pressing front side holes, sticking the foot in the ground, getting back north. But, Georgia's not a super wide zone football team. They're not. So they can be an inside zone football team, and we can still see some influence on that, right? Press one combination block, get the linebacker to commit, stick your foot in the ground, get north. Where we at on time?
35.
Woo! All right, so another clip of it right here. I think you got to press, then jump cut. All right, press, then jump cut. Because these two guys on every down, and this guy, and everybody associated with the box, super aggressive. All right, super aggressive, and they play with their instincts. Whatever they sniff first, they chase. Okay, so can we give them a little false sniff? Can we give them a little something, something? All right, watch this. Okay, we've got to press this. Press, jump. Okay, we've got somebody inserting right now for the safety. Watch what happens if if we just continue to press and then jump. All right, we've got an opportunity to actually make massive yardage right here. Look at that. All right, yeah, this crease closed up, and they normally will. That's why we got to press, then jump. All right, he jumps right here. He comes to a flat. This is how they're coached. They're coached take 2 steps towards the line of scrimmage, get our feet flat so we have the opportunity to jump cut into whatever hole we need to. See a lot of these guys nowadays being double jumpers, okay? They jump into one hole, have it close, jump again, okay? So here comes the first jump. Jump into that hole, we got a double jump, boom, boom, okay? Get outside. All right, this is a direct note for Mike Bobo, okay? A direct note. Ain't no way in hell I would ever allow second and third level defenders to play this aggressive. There's just no way. We cannot allow for 4 quarters dudes to do this. If we do, they're going to beat our ass. That's what they're going to do. Watch this guy. Watch how fully committed to stopping the run that joker is. All right, we can't do that. All right, Indiana can't do that. It's play 15. They have yet to attack the aggressiveness of the second and third level defenders. All right. Now, they tried on 1st and 10 down in the green zone after a big play, and it must have been a tendency breaker for them because the front side inside linebacker sniffed it, and the safety that we showed you get over the top of that field fade sniffed it as well. So we just, we got to get into some type of play action bag there, coach. We got to do something. And here we have the remainder of the game plan. Can Surratt bail us out on 3rd and long? This will be the remainder of what we watch. Yeah, well, guys, we're 18 plays in. I've seen they run a bunch of man, let's do this. Or, they run a bunch of man, let's motion this guy over to a stacked bunch and then run a vert and an out. Or any of the traditional man beaters, not even traditional, any of the modern man beaters that we see nowadays in college football, saw none of them for 4 quarters. Didn't even really see him try to figure out why they played cover 3 that one time and forced the hand into the cover 3 again. I have no idea. No work. Oh, here's another play. Start the next possession, 1st and 10. All right, this is coach literally saying, can you go create an inch? Oh, no, this is actually, we got to use the quarterback's legs. I was wondering why their RPO system has no actual options to them, right? The quarterback doesn't keep out of the option of these RPOs. It's read, it's pass. There's very few options on this guy because he's not a twitchy athlete, and you can see it right here. I think this might be their last quarterback run of the football game. No juice on this cat. You think you can outrun Curtis Rourke, Jonathan?
Yeah.
You think so? Curtis Rourke got 5 flat written all over him. But anyway, he made tight window throws, though. I think Curtis Rourke going to be like a 10-year NFL guy, personally. That sounds crazy to me. Go create a few yards of space and pray the linebacker doesn't make a play. Second and 9. Second and 9. Again, man coverage, man coverage, man coverage, one high safety. So what are we going to do as a quarterback or a coordinator? We're definitely not going to run like anything like this. We're definitely not going to cross guys. We're definitely not going to run anything like, oh, go step up on his toes and run a zig while you run a go to clear the space. We're definitely not going to run anything like, oh, let's motion you in, run you on a drag while we run you on a whip. No, we're not going to do any of this. We're not going to do anything that causes conflict. Here's what we're going to do today. Hey, slot receiver, go step on his toes, run a slant. Hey, quarterback, throw an absolute piss missile. Pray to God that none of these guys get a hand on it or tip it or make a play up underneath. Just pray. That's our coordinating and game plan thing today. Game plan today. And yes, we get it completed. That's awesome. But look how hard it is. Look how hard it is. No easy wins for this dude today. Can you tell by my tone and demeanor that I was a little bit disappointed, Jonathan?
Yeah.
I expected more, right? Like you wonder why, and people say it was a rivalry game. You wonder why USC put up a bunch of points against Notre Dame? Because Lincoln Riley was working. Lincoln Riley was out here trying. He was out here doing stuff to make a man-to-man football team vulnerable. That's what we ask coordinators to do all the time. Is none of that right here. It's just, hey, can we win by a yard, right? Can we do that? That's what your coordinator did for you guys today. Indiana fans, he gave you a yard of space. Did we see a single Indiana Hoosier running into butt-naked grass?
No.
Then your coordinator didn't do his job. Boom and bust run game right here. It's another example of it. When you're slanting, when you're stunting, okay, you're going to give up some of these things. You're going to get creased every once in a while. It's not applicable to you folks watching this from Georgia because Georgia's a pin and pull football team, which is this it? This what pin and pull is? Is it? No, yeah, it's a little bit, but it's kind of more wide zone than even pin and pull. We down block with the tight end right here as an offense, down block with the tight end, and then pull everybody else. So yeah, it's pin and pull. You have it in the system. I would run it a little bit more. Now, why are they running this now, Jonathan? Because for 19 plays, we've watched these guys do this, right? Everybody doing this. So how do we counteract people coming north and south? We run east and west, right? If you want to get too vertical, we'll run around you, which this is what they're trying to do right here as an offense. So I understand, again, in the run game, I felt like he was working. He was trying his best to give his guys an opportunity to win. In the passing department, just not so much, man. Not so much. And I thought that's where he was going to be in his bag. Boy, that's a big, hefty run in that pin and pull, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's an Indiana offensive lineman if I've ever seen one. I would think I'd look a little bit more athletic doing that nowadays, Jonathan. That don't exactly look like Jason Kelsey, you know? I don't know why my phone keeps getting off of vibrate mode. This is probably this guy. All I see on the notes is smart-ass football play. So it's probably 0 if I had to bet. Oh, yeah. It's 0. Yeah. All right, so here's one thing about playing big-time football over and over and over and over again, okay? When you play in highly contested football games against smart football players all of the time, not like we play one game against Ohio State and then maybe we play another good team in the playoff, Indiana. When you play good football teams every single week, you're not shocked when guys are doing their job on the other side of the ball. What do I mean by that? All right. So when I'm a receiver and my job is to take 2 steps and work into the flat defender, or excuse me, to the bubble defender right here. All right. Well, my job is to work up to the safety after 2 steps hard in. All right. My eyes are going to get there quicker when I'm playing Alabama than they are when I'm playing UTEP or when I'm playing Northwestern or when I'm playing whoever, because the game's faster. The people in front of me are smarter. The people in front of me are better, which means I've got to be on much more high alert. So you tell me if this wide receiver down here at the bottom, Jonathan, if he was ready to strike at the moment when he was supposed to be ready to strike. Because it looks to me like a guy who takes 2 steps, gets his eyes inside and goes, oh shit, oh man, he's playing football today. Yes, he is. He's playing football today, and he's going to come downhill and strike, okay? So we've got to be ready to play football too. We can't be surprised that the guys across from us are good football players, or the guys across from us are smart football players. I saw a lot of, oh shit, why is he there? Well, he's there because he's a good football player. We should have been ready for him to be there on tape from Indiana. All right, some more. Go get a yard of space and pray to God the underneath defenders don't make a play. What is the D&D here? It is 2nd and 10, so an obvious passing down yet again. Notre Dame playing a lot of man coverage yet again. Okay, you're in 3-by-1 and they still gonna do it to you. Okay. So now we know as a quarterback, all 6 of these guys are potential to absolutely come right now. So we got to know that, right? We know as a quarterback that this player right here has got the middle of the field and everybody else has got man coverage. So again, coach, do we step on the toes, get a rub right here and run a fade? Do we maybe, step on the toes, run an out and up? Do we maybe run a double move? Do we do anything right now to help our quarterback other than ask him to make yet again another tight window throw? All right, so wide receiver slips. I think he's actually trying to work back down to the slant right here, which is actually running to grass, but gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. Slants and back shoulder fades, Jonathan. Slants and back shoulder fades. Now this is the one where I'm it's 1 o'clock in the morning at this point, and I'm sitting here watching Indiana, and I get frustrated because, again, fan of good football. So when I see bad football, it's like when you guys see your favorite football team suck on Saturdays, you get mad, right? So I get mad too. And I'm sitting here watching this on 3rd and 10 is the play call right here. Check this out. 3rd and 10. I love this play call. What do we got? What do we got, Jonathan? Just guess. Trips to the field. Okay, we're finally getting into some type of bunch to defy the man coverage. Notre Dame's still going to play man coverage. But what do you think they're trying to do right now? 3rd and 10.
I would assume take some type of shot with Surratt.
Right? Trying to get beyond the sticks, though, for damn sure. Mm-hmm. All right? Especially ball at the middle of the field. Okay? We're finally in an opportunity. I think we're down 14-0 at this point in the football game. Nope. We've got RPO bubble screen. I shit you not. I shit you not. This is the play call. And here's the thing. People, I hate this. I hate this. People will say, well, they had the look. They got the look that they wanted. Motherfucker, we want you to get the look. You know what I mean? It's 3rd and 10. If you run the ball right now, woo, thank God. Thank God we're giving you the look. We want you to have that. Tennessee fans said the same thing to me. Oh, sprint option on 3rd and 7. It's 21-10. We finally got an opportunity to go down the field and try to get back in this football game after just pissing down our leg to start it. Same thing. 14-0. We got an opportunity to go down the field and actually do something in this football game. What do? This play call. I don't know why. Not only do we call this because we got the look, but we come out here and we bust the assignment as the right tackle. All right. So they've got 5 down walked. All right. They've got 5 defensive linemen or potential threats rather walked down on the line of scrimmage. All right. So we're definitely going out right here. We're leaving the backside defensive end by himself, which means you two can double team 24 all the way to the goddamn end zone. As long as you, right tackle, block somebody. Just block a soul. There are 2 people out there that you could possibly take. You could take number 3, but maybe you think it's 3rd and 10, Jonathan. So you think maybe he's bluffing me, right? He's a linebacker. Maybe he's walking up. He's going to walk out. That's fine. Then take the defensive end. Latch on to him. Just do something. Just touch somebody. All right. So instead, what's he do? He goes down into B gap right here, which is his assignment. I assume he's got that gap. All right, right now at this point in the football game, you should be locking on to number 3. You should be locking on to number 24. You guys are pushing out. You're up. We actually do indeed, yes, have the look, even though we're definitely getting tackled 3 yards short of the sticks because the safety's rotating. All right, but anyways, we're busting assignments on bullshit play calls. You don't deserve to win. You never did. I want to show number 0 and number 8. I've already shown number 8 make just elite, smart football plays. Number 0 is their guy. All right, this is, look him up, Jonathan. I think he's 6'2", 205. That's what I think he is. Number 0, Notre Dame, 6'2", 205. All right, and what he reminds me of a bigger, taller, longer Richard LeCount. That's what he is for me.
6 foot 203.
He's 6 foot 203. Then he's exactly Richard. Now, Richard at the combine is 5'11 and a quarter. So it's Richard LeCount, who we're watching right now, and he plays just like him. And you Georgia folks that have been watching this channel for years now, you're going to see it right here on clips like this. He's just so smart, man. Just so smart. He's going to run it down at all times. I don't think he's responsible, actually, for this H-back that they're trying to slip right here. But they're trying to slip him right behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to run it downhill, inside out, make this play behind the line of scrimmage. These are the types of plays that I've watched Georgia safeties make year after year after year. Notre Dame safeties making the same exact play. Now, my question, why aren't you attacking their aggressiveness? Why aren't you attacking their aggressiveness? Why are we allowing this safety to walk down at 9 yards when he's supposed to be a hole thrower? Why are we allowing these corners to play off? Why are we allowing this corner to walk down and play bump and run by himself? What are we doing right now as a staff to attack these problems? Except for running the ball right into their heavy-ass boxes. Right? No play action. No nothing. Here's what I would do if I were Georgia. I'm watching this clip right here. I'm pausing it at the mesh point, which is where we're at, right? We're at the mesh point. Ball is in the belly of the back. And here we are. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Notre Dame defenders at, near, or behind the line of scrimmage, right? At the mesh point. That tells me all of these guys are committed to stopping the run, which tells me he's by himself, he's by himself, he's by himself with one safety help. Now, that looks all tantalizing if you have great weapons. All right, but here's where I think Georgia has a slight advantage. This is number 44 right here, right? For Georgia, that's going to be number 4. It's going to be number 7. That's going to be number 84. How many times can you run him into that grass? How many times can we run scissors with an attached Y and get him matched up against what I would assume is number 4 right there? I know I got a lot drawn up right here. But one of those second-level defenders, guys, one of these 3 football players who are very, very committed to stopping the run right now, again, at the mesh point. We're not talking about the running back being at the line of scrimmage. We're talking about the ball being in his belly, all right? How many times can we take the Y and run him right now, right? How many times can we walk up, maybe do a little Tim Tebow pass, right? How many times can we sell run, use the aggressiveness and the instinctual abilities of all of these football players that want to come downhill and hit them over the head top, right? That would be my goal as a coordinator. How much can we attack this portion of the field? Because I've been watching Georgia play for 14 games this year. What I'm telling you they ain't going to do is win back shoulder balls. What I'm telling you they ain't going to do is win tight window throws. They're not. All right, they haven't all year. So we as the coordinator have to design those for them. We have to get guys running to grass and running to grass early in the snap count. Appreciate you guys for being here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Like you, love you. See you again soon.